So today marks the first day of me switching to the iPads for a whole week. I'll be switching between the 11-inch M4 iPad Pro and the 13-inch M2 iPad Air. I have not tried exclusively using an iPad for my work, so this should be pretty interesting. I spent about a day or two trying to create the perfect system for my iPad. I created a shortcut that reflects different use cases. This should help me with context switching, and I also created another set of shortcuts to open apps depending on what I'm trying to do. And hopefully this sets me up for success. Now, the last thing I want to do is kind of change this setup a little bit. I want to replace this 32-inch BenQ monitor with the Apple Studio display. You kind of get this bright spot on the monitor when I have my window open. Unfortunately, it doesn't get bright enough for this space during summertime. Also, I realized I'm just a really big fan of glossy displays now. I'm in the search for a 32-inch monitor that has a glossy display and a higher peak brightness. That's not $5,000.
She want me to lock it down, but I told her to pass the key. You gotta slow it down, girl, you moving too fast.
So I had this Ergotron monitor arm for a while now, but I gave away the low profile clamp to my friend, and apparently this low profile clamp uses a different base. I'm gonna have to take out the monitor arm of the gaming setup, put it on the main setup, and then use the Ergotron monitor arm on the gaming setup.
Too fast for me. I came up from the bottom, now look at me now, they mad at me. I cannot slow it down, cause it's coming too fast for me. Nobody did it like this, so they wonder, they asking me if I can slow it down, cause it's coming too fast for me.
That took a lot longer than I had planned. It is now 12:20. I'm definitely running behind, so I want to test out this setup with the M4 iPad Pro and the Studio display and kind of play with it a little bit.
To get you to stay, baby, it's hard not to give you your way. I get the feeling that this
So working with the iPad Pro so far has been fairly smooth. One thing that I would say is I wish there was a quick way to snap the windows on certain portions or certain areas of the screen, because I found that when I'm dragging apps from the external monitor to the iPad or vice versa, I'm taking a lot of time like resizing the window. So that's an immediate thing that I've noticed using the iPad Pro. The Magic Keyboard feels very similar to my MacBook Pro. So when I'm typing, I'm kind of defaulting to the shortcut I have for snapping windows. And of course the iPad doesn't do that, which is unfortunate. Overall though, my initial experience working with the iPad Pro felt pretty good. Using the Magic Keyboard as my main input device was more than enough. It didn't feel like it limited me in any way. In fact, the keys and trackpad gave me a MacBook Pro-like experience. But I did end up connecting my mouse and keyboard because I wanted to experience what a docked setup is like with the iPad Pro, and I was pleasantly surprised how much it felt like home, especially for the tasks that I had to do today. It was mostly admin stuff, content planning, responding to emails and scripting, all easy stuff, so I felt very comfortable, but we'll see how it goes tomorrow. Okay, so it's almost 8 o'clock in the morning and I need to hop on a video call. I joined a coaching program / community group type of thing. I'm really excited about it. I'm hoping to meet other creators and also kind of just get a fresh perspective on things. I've been doing this content creation thing for almost 5 years now, which is kind of crazy. Of course, we'll be using the iPad for this video call, and I'll check back in right after.
I got everything in this life. I got everything it feels like. When you got everything, it feels right. If I got everything in this life, then how am I so lonely?
So that first meeting went pretty well. Afterwards, I ate breakfast with my wife, spent time with my son, Responded to a few emails once I got back in the office. So far, I'm preferring this setup more than having it docked like yesterday, using the mouse and the keyboard. So I'm thinking about getting a longer Thunderbolt 4 cable so that I could have this wire going through the backside instead, so it looks a little bit cleaner. Unfortunately, Best Buy doesn't have the 6-foot cable, so I ordered from Amazon and it should arrive here in about 2 days. So we'll have to make do with what we have right now. Also, I've been looking at the weather and it's really beautiful outside and it's gonna rain tomorrow. So I think I'm gonna take a quick break and actually go on a bike ride. When it's sunny here in Alaska, you definitely get the pressure to make the most out of it. Like today, you know, finding out that it's gonna rain tomorrow. Even though I didn't plan on going on a bike ride today, I kind of have to do it. You know what I mean?
She said we better off as best friends. Ooh, what's a best friend? Can you let me know what it mean to be a best friend? That mean on the next man. Here we go, better off one time for the best friends. Best friends, best friends.
So we are back in the office. Bike ride was pretty good. Went 5.5 miles. Not too long, especially on an e-bike. But I like going on bike rides just to kind of like unwind a little bit and disconnect and kind of like refocus. Speaking of refocusing, the iPad has been a great tool for me when it comes to planning. So like I mentioned yesterday, I created 4 shortcuts that kind of helps me organize my iPad a little bit. I have Home, which is basically what I use when I'm just like casually browsing when I'm not working. I have Architecture, obviously for architecture work. So all the apps that shows up here are only architecture related. And then the notes here is actually linked to my notes folder for architecture. And then here I have filming. When it comes to filming, the only difference between filming and studio is filming I could actually swipe to the other pages. Just because when I'm filming, sometimes I want to highlight the architecture side of things, or sometimes I want to show off me using the iPad casually. That's why I have it on there. And then lastly, studio is obviously just studio mode. This is me working, scripting, and all of that stuff, and you can't swipe to the other pages. What's more important here though are the next set of shortcuts. I created 4: focus, admin, plan, and script. So I won't show you everything, but focus sets a timer basically. Admin, when I'm doing admin work. Script is for scripting, and then plan is when I'm doing my planning, which opens up Google, Calendar, and tasks. And as I'm planning, I would write all of the things that I need to do and kind of just check them as I go. So this specific schedule of time blocking is kind of new to me. I was doing it somewhat differently before, but I wanted to test out a different type of system because what I was doing kind of doesn't work anymore for me. So this is kind of like my second week testing this out. For the rest of the afternoon, I spent some time refining my script. I'm actually working on a few videos at the same time, which can be pretty hectic, and I find that this is where the 11-inch iPad Pro shines. It's been really great for planning and organizing my life. I can easily pick it up and start working and kind of chip away at my to-do list. I love how small it is, so I feel quite nimble when using it on my desk, on the couch, or the kitchen table. It has been a really nice do-it-all kind of device. And I must say, the past 2 days of working with just the iPad Pro and having it docked like this, it's quite a game changer. With just a single cable, I'm able to use my monitor, speakers, and also this dock that I have right here. I could even plug in a memory card here and actually grab the files and put it on my iPad Pro. It feels like it really could be a tablet and computer in one and should fill in the gap for most people. But regardless, I'm still hoping that Apple pushes this boundary during WWDC.
Best friends, one time for the best. Best friends, be we better off.
So I was casually just starting my day. You know, drinking my coffee, trying to start my day slow. And all of a sudden, 2 FedEx trucks parked outside and delivered this 17 boxes of stuff. And it's pretty much taken over our entry area. So Emily and I will try to tackle this today. But first, we're gonna have to donate this black futon thing. And then we're gonna assemble that couch today, just so we don't have those boxes over there. Yeah, I've had that thing for at least 6 years, maybe even 7. My grandma had that first. She gave it to me. But I slept on that thing like the first month and a half of our son being born. I'm gonna miss it. Hey, back at home. Time to get this done. We're done. Not quite. But we were thinking about having this way. Instead of having it like this way, we kind of have it this way right now. And I think that makes sense. Oh man, it's so hot. We are almost done. It's looking really good. I love the lighter finish on the couch. Our old couch is just a little too dark. This really brightens up the space. What do you think?
Yeah, I like how it's a lot brighter, definitely. And it'll probably be even brighter once we get the cushions on.
Yeah.
Thanks, Cozy.
Whew, finally.
Yeah.
All right, break's over. Time to pick up our son. Man, yesterday was super tiring, unboxing 17 boxes and assembling them, putting them all together. The couch itself was pretty easy to install. We didn't need to use any tools or anything like that. But it was more so we didn't have enough space to move things around in the living room. And at the same time, we had to take down all the boxes, stack them outside on the porch. Not to mention, while we were assembling it, I was also filming, which just makes it more complicated. Thankfully, my mother-in-law took care of our son, so my wife was able to help me. I try to plan the best I can, but sometimes there are things outside of my control, like shipping and all of that. So when the boxes showed up, I knew it was time. I had to assemble them that day because we don't have much space in this house. So there were 3 things that I wasn't able to assemble last night that I'll be doing today. I'll also be researching for decorations for the living room makeover. I'll also update the 3D model, which will be tricky because I'll be using the iPad to do this. And lastly, I need to script my iPad Air versus iPad Pro video. And we're going to Costco today because we're getting low on stuff here at the house.
Ain't no celebrations here. Trying to get paid, yeah.
So I just spent some time writing down things that I think we would need to make this living room makeover really, really good. I'm planning on filming the video next week, so I would need to do a lot of shopping this week to make sure they arrive on time. And since we're going to Costco right now, I'll try to see if I can find something there too. I don't know if I want these just because you can see what's inside. I think it'll look cleaner if it's not clear. My wife said this looks like the Ergon office chair. Come on now. It doesn't. Definitely not as comfortable. The real reason you go to Costco. $1.50. It's finally here. Let's test it out. So much cleaner. And I love that when I'm using the mouse, I'm not fighting with the wire. It was super annoying. I didn't really find anything useful for the living room makeover at Costco, so I'm gonna do my best to shop online right now. And while I'm doing that, I'll be catching up on some F1. It's something that I recently got into. I really like Ferrari and the tandem of Charles and Carlos, but as you guys know, Carlos is leaving, and I'm not sure how I feel about Hamilton joining the team. For some reason, I can't feel like I can commit to fully rooting for them right now. But McLaren, on the other hand, I really like as a team, and I like Lando and Oscar. I have a McLaren sweater. I don't have anything for Ferrari, so maybe that tells you something. If you guys are into F1, let me know which team you're rooting for or which driver you guys like in the comments below.
I try to play you, baby. It's more than that. I'm looking for a good vibration. Try to celebrate, but ain't no celebrations.
Seconds faster than Lewis Hamilton. 4 safety cars, modified, and then 2008, 2021 on the
10 minutes till I wake up. Phone rings, but I stayed up. You're probably doing makeup. You and me, we were made for the breakup.
Okay, so I finally finished modeling this credenza that we got from Cozy. I'm using SketchUp for iPad. As you can see right here, everything feels very similar, especially when you're just viewing a 3D model, moving things around. But when you start modeling something even as simple as a credenza, it kind of feels sluggish, moving things around, drawing a line and all of that stuff. It just feels extra slow, and sometimes I feel like I'm pressing the right button, or not feel like, I know I'm pressing the right button, but it's not doing the action that I wanted to do, which is super weird. I'm not sure if I'm getting a delay from my mouse and keyboard. I don't think that should be the case at all. But anyway, I'll continue testing this out and share more of my thoughts in my full
You've been
review.
running circles, circles, circles in my head. I'm trying to learn to let go, let go, let go.
Special thanks to Ralph. If you guys don't know Ralph, maybe watch this video right here. I helped design his man cave space at home last year. Thank you, bro. Also, the couch is gone. The space is looking clean. Well, kind of. There's a few different things there. What I really want to do is clean out here right now, but can't do that. I gotta unbox the Legion 7i right now. Let's go to the office.
I've always loved the way you look at me. Stare at the stars, feel the summer breeze.
So I just finished unboxing the Legion 7i. This glacier white color looks so nice. I'm super into white laptops recently. I saw this back at CES 2024 and I'm thankful that they sent it over for me to check out. So while I'm waiting for that to be fully set up, I want to clean the space a little bit. As you guys can see, this is the aftermath of unboxing. I have to move over my mouse and keyboard, my drinks, the boxes of the product itself. I just want to clean this space up a little bit. Also, my credenza right here, I want to clean it up. So when I get back in the office Monday morning, the space is clean and it's just a good way to
Take
start
my
the week.
hand so we can run away. Save our problems for another day. Yeah. I know in the end it'll be okay. It's you and me, girl, there's no other way. Yeah. Yeah,
Why
I
is it
need
so
you
hard to throw away
promise.
boxes? Like, I've done a good job of like purging most of them. This is actually less than what it was. I like keeping the boxes of things, especially if they're expensive for whatever reason. I don't know, it just feels good. Do you guys do the same thing? So it's Saturday morning, usually pretty chill. We basically wake up when my son wakes up. I just finished feeding him, and right now I'm watching FP3 for F1, which stands for Free Practice 3. Yeah, I have no set plans today. I might help my mom move a couple of things, take down some TV mounts for their house. They're moving to a new house. And my wife is going to a bridal shower later this afternoon. In the meantime, I'm waiting for my wife to wake up so we can finally eat breakfast.
Let's just take a ride along the bay. We don't need to work. We can.
So I'm picking up breakfast right now. We're getting a breakfast sandwich from Great Harvest, ham and egg. It's pretty good. We really love it. And they give out free cookies, and you can get a free sample bread, which is a bonus.
I've been waiting for so long to get away. Baby, don't hold back. All you gotta do is say, what would you like to be?
Just sharing a sandwich. I usually don't like to eat like a big breakfast unless it's like Filipino breakfast. Then that's totally different, you know.
I've been counting moments of love. I've been catching signs from.
Like, we usually get sourdough. I think it's just plain sourdough. But this time it's Asiago sourdough. I think it's better. I think it's better. Man.
To be satisfied with me.
Alright, so my son is sleeping. I'm gonna try to edit a little bit. Try not to work on a Saturday, but you know, my wife's leaving. I'm going to a bridal shower. I have nothing to do other than watch qualifying later. So I'll try to edit a little bit here in the office.
I've been waiting for so long to get away. Baby, don't hold back. All
Let's
you
go.
gotta do is say.
Second, baby. What happened to Ferrari? Bro, they're both out. This is a crazy Q3. Verstappen set the same time as Russell. Oh my goodness, that is insane. My son's looking at me like, Dad, chill out.
One eternity later.
Man, I feel so tired. It's about 3:30. I feel like taking a nap, like a power nap, 20 minutes or something like that. So didn't really get to nap, but it is what it is. We are going to have dinner now. We're going to a place called Hacienda. I'm pretty hungry. It's only 5 o'clock, but I had a pretty small lunch. So.
Two separate time zones. Either way, we going all night long. Up late, smiling at your iPhone. I know the memes that I sent got you laughing up.
So I rushed. Oh my goodness. I rushed to put on this sweater. I thought the race was starting because I got a notification at 9 o'clock. And I'm like, there's no way. I thought it was 10. It is 10. This is only my first time watching the race from the very beginning. So, like I said, I'm new to the sport. Race day, boys! Let's go!
You still buzzing off last call. Gassing you up like fast car. Check one. Room to you. I'ma come scoop you. True. Let's rendezvous. Skip all that waiting. I'm coming to you. Swoop you at 10 if you back home in June. Shotgun a coupe, destination no more. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so it's almost time for church, so I'm gonna have to pause the race and watch it later when I get back home. The hardest part is trying to stay away from social media because I don't want to spoil the results at all. Hopefully my brother-in-law doesn't text me. Right now, Lando is leading, and then Oscar is in fourth. So, super happy. The worship and message was really good as always, but I was surprised that I was able to avoid any spoilers. The race was really, really good. In fact, a lot of people were saying it's the best race in recent times, and it definitely made me want to see a Grand Prix in person. Maybe someday, fingers crossed. If you guys made it this far in the video, type week in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.